On this week's episode of Keeping It Real, Cam Marston remembers the lessons he learned when he joined a workout boot camp 5 years ago, and the importance of those lessons today.
After weeks and weeks of doing very little during the COVID quarantine, I recently started exercising again, and right now, I'm remembering how painful this can be. Several years ago, I joined a gym that held a notoriously difficult boot camp. If you can survive it, friends told me, after a while, you'll be in a new place. It's hard, it hurts, but it's worth the work, if you can survive it. When I joined, the guy that ran the place looked me up and down and said, "You can cancel at any time." It was obvious he had little expectation that I'd stick around. He doesn't know me, I thought. He doesn't know how hard I work. He doesn't know my pain tolerance. I jog 8 miles 4 days a week. I've run marathons. I was on my college rowing team and have never felt more pain than what I felt crossing the finish line in some of our tight races. That's true pain. This won't be a big deal. The next day, 10 minutes into my first boot camp, I had surpassed the worst pain I remember from my competitive rowing days. Then he hollered out, "One more set and we'll be done with warm-ups." Warm-ups? These are only warm-ups? My watch showed 50 minutes to go. 10 minutes in. We're not out of warm-ups. And I've blasted through my previous pain threshold. There aren't good ways to compare two people's pain tolerance. I have no idea how much pain you think is a lot. Would that same amount of pain cripple me? Or would it be next to nothing? There's no way to know. I remember reading that a scientist tested people by submerging their arm in a big bucket of brutally cold ice water. The ones who held it under the longest had the greater pain tolerance. In that gym my first day, I felt certain no one was feeling as much pain as me. It hurt. I knew, though, this wasn't true. We were all doing the same workout. We were all in this big bucket of suffering together. My face was stuck in a grimace and I was soaked in sweat. And I think my sweat was somehow forming tears. But I wasn't alone, and that helped me keep going. Being part of the group helped me lean into the pain and persevere. That was 5 years ago. Since then, a bunch of people have filtered through the class, never to return. Some moved away, but most who quit felt that suffering so much discomfort to make themselves better wasn't necessary, group or no group. However, an enduring truth is that suffering is necessary to get to a new and better place. And it's easier if we lean into it together. Our nation is experiencing a suffering right now that we must face head on. Whether you feel it's long overdue or not, it's hard, it hurts, but it's worth the work. And we can survive it and get to a new and better place. Together. I'm Cam Marston. And I'm just trying to keep it real.
To hear more of Cam Marston's commentaries, search for Keeping It Real on your favorite podcast app or find them on Facebook.